What did you think about the Quavo and Saweetie elevator fight?
He didn't hit her.
He did not.
And that's awesome.
Hmm.
And that's one of the things I talk about throughout this country about control your emotions. And that's a good example. That video, and did it go viral?
Oh yeah.
It's good to see other men, to see no matter what went down, he controlled himself. And even though she limped off, he didn't have nothing to do with that. And that's what men have to do, Vlad. We talked about it for years, since we first did our first interview about men and driving across state lines to shoot a baby, shoot the woman, and women who are going to men's cars while the man is in the girl's apartment and putting gasoline in the car, putting a hoodie on to make it seem like nobody's gonna see you, and it blow up. You could have died. Like, I don't know what's going on, what's in the universe, what's in the air, and it was worse before, but everything seems like it's just magnifying even more now. And if you're out here searching for a dream, I would tell people, stop dating. Dating is the Achilles heel to people and their careers. Everybody wants to fall in love and be in order to me to get where you got to go, you got to cut ties with relationships. You got to be so focused to understand the win, because you got to be able to move when you need to move. And when you fall in love, you got to think about that person first. You got to be like, oh, I can't do that. Or that person see you're in a relationship and that person sees that you're starting to blow. Now that person has a jealousy thing about them. That person doesn't like what you're doing. So now you got problems anyway. You can't win for losing.
Yeah, well, in that elevator fight, it looked like a tug-of-war that she ended up losing, and then she kind of bumped her head or whatever against
and the tug-of-war is
elevator.
cool. If he'd have swung just a little bit, Vlad, he'd have been in trouble. Because what my man who hit the girl in the elevator, knocked her out, played for the Ravens?
Ray Rice,
man. He knocked his bitch out. Listen to me.
Yeah.
He knocked that bitch. That bitch was out cold, like a Mike Tyson fight. And here's the pain in the decision making like that, right? You mad at your girl, you playing for the Ravens, you up for a big contract now, right? You knock her out. They don't find out about it months later. The teams go through all this trouble. It gives the Ravens an opportunity not to sign you because he was getting a big check that year. And you know what he did that was crazy? He married her. Let me say to you why I'm saying it's wrong to marry someone. Why I'm telling to the people it's wrong to cheat on someone and then go back to him. Because Rice, for the rest of his life, will look at her knowing that he knocked that female out and knowing that he lost millions, not a couple, millions of dollars over hitting that woman. And this is what I explain to men about, do you really want to be with the girl? Is that really in your heart? Because most of the men cheat anyway. They go through all the hoopla to get the chick, right? They get the chick, yeah. Okay, I love you. And then you still cheat. You still have these problems. And the problem is nobody knows who they are. They don't know who they are, Vlad.